salvage operation of the Spanish galleon Atocha, but the crew certainly wasn't depressed. Some say once you catch treasure fever, you have it forever. But there is a cure. It comes in massive doses of like this 80-pound bar. In the past 2 days, over 200 silver bars, valued at an average of $75,000 apiece, were hauled to the surface. The find was beyond any treasure hunter's wildest imagination.
It was one hell of a rush. All I saw was like a little reef, and then I noticed silver bars just laid out all over the place. And I just picked up one to confirm to myself that it was a silver bar, and looked at the other guy, Greg, here, and just hugged each other. He came up, told everybody.
Now that the mother lode has been found, the only problem the crew has been having is nursing a heavy hangover from a hearty celebration and finding a way to get the treasure back to shore as soon as possible. The treasure salvers, headed by Mel Fisher, have spent nearly 20 years searching the ocean's floor for the mother lode of the Atocha. Through the years, they've kept spirits high with the saying, "Today is the day." Well, today, tomorrow, and yes, for the next several days to come, it will still be the day. The salvers are waiting for calm seas before taking claim to the remainder of a bounty they've waited decades to find. Another day or two won't make much difference. In fact, it just keeps the thrill of the biggest treasure find in history around.
We wanted to get it on.
Okay.
Where's the speaker?
Tom, I'm going to, the film crew wants to record your telling me what's happening. Over. You give me a count and then come back.
Where's the speaker?
This 13, go ahead, one.
He's talking to the base.
And set up an airlift that goes all the way up to the deck and sip stuff, you know. Those are worth a lot more than the gold, you know. Roger that. I think we're the only ones that have airlift. And hopefully Ted is bringing out the air cooling hoses that are being repaired. I don't know what the Sava Rock has for a compressor to run airlifts, but I can check with them. You give me about 10-15 minutes. I'm in the process of giving them some tanks and some buoy lines, and they're doing a real systematic search at the moment. I'll try and confer with them and see exactly what's going on. Over. Yeah, if you got two airlift pipes, it would pay to figure out a way to connect them and vacuum all of the dirt and shells and everything clear up on deck and run it over some screen mesh or something and sort them out. Roger that. Do you think you might be able to get some flexible pipe for our 8-inch airlift here? Well, today the Sava Rock and the Dauntless have both been digging in the area where there's been many gold bars brought up in the last 2-3 days. And just a few minutes ago, the Sava Rock called up and said they had found some loose emeralds. And at the moment, I'm not sure exactly how many they've found, but everyone seems to be fairly excited over there, and they're trying to get a little organized. Everything seems to be a little chaotic at the moment, as you know it is with when treasure is being brought up. But so far, I know that there are at least 10 emeralds loose, and that's on the second go-around, so I'm not sure how many they found on the first time they were looking over.
Okay, thank you very, very much.
You don't have to move. It goes from boat to boat here.
Don't anybody get a neck on it.
Right.
nice. This is all part of one piece, but look, there's something very similar.
This looks like the latch to the, you know, where it went together.
Very nice. Let me get a picture of this in your hand.
My hand?
Yeah.
I don't find it.
Why don't you show it to us?
Why don't you get your hands wet?
Nice when we take
All right, go
pictures.
ahead. Sure, go ahead.
How many feet a day you want, Jan? 48, let's say. Go on. 50, why not?
Nice dirty hand.
Tell us what you found here. What is this?
What do they call it, Ed? What do they think this is? Well, it's emeralds, but they think that it's part of like a belt or something. That maybe when...
Yeah, you can see on the back it's got a strap that goes through it. It has to be for like a leather strap or something to go through there, but this one's got a latch. This is a latch mechanism here.
So it'd be like a belt of emeralds.
You pretty sure these are emeralds?
absolutely.
Without a doubt. Those are some beautiful
Think that's gold?
emeralds.
Nah, it looks like brass to me.
And what's nice is that we found them in the mud, so they're pretty intact. Not been bouncing around for years and years, just been sitting there waiting to be found.
It's amazing. You think there's more down there?
We're down there digging right
Hold
now.
out. Hopefully they'll bring up another handful. They brought up one and showed it to us, and then they went down and found the other 3.
Okay. Is it, how exciting it must be being out here?
There's the moments when it's not. But the last couple of days have been real nice, real nice. Finding some gold and all the coins. Found a couple of keys, so it seemed like be like a key to the treasure chest. A couple of them down here.
What does it feel like exploring something that's been down there for 400 years?
Well, it wasn't overly thrilling to me at first, until I found my first find out here. When we moved out here, was 4 gold bars, and I was in shock. I was just like hyperventilating. I swam down, and I just had gotten in the hole, and I looked down, there was a gold bar, and I went, oh my. And at first I thought it was a piece of yellow plastic, then I swam again, and there was a bigger gold bar, and then another gold bar, and another gold bar. It's pretty amazing.
She came up, man. She was going.
Look what I've got!
Gold! This is what I say, gold!
And then yesterday I found I think it was yesterday, no, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Days all running one into the other. And I swam up again, and there was this beautiful, it measured it out, it was like 6 feet 8 inches, beautiful gold chain just laying on the mud. I picked it up, and this time I didn't touch it. This time I looked at it, enjoyed the beauty of it just laying there. The gold bars was just grabbing. And picked up the gold chain, put it around my neck, and felt good.
She came up, you know, she passed up the metal detector. She didn't say anything. Right there. Cinder blocks should be down between the blowers.
Okay, I got up there to do that, and that's it.
Okay,
Minus
be careful.
the points are on there now.
All right, great. Can you tell us what you're seeing down there?
Well, right now we're digging out an area where those emerald bits just came from. Getting coins, a lot of old dead ancient seabeds, a lot of ancient organic matter down there right now. We dug through all the current stuff. So a lot of old dead shells and sea organisms like that.
Where's the main pile?
Right here.
It's 5 to 6 times a day. We blow about 10 holes a day. If it's a good day, we'll blow 10 holes, and we'll spread it out between 3 divers. So you put 2 divers each hole, and you swap. So you get about 6 holes each diver.
Yeah, so physically, what are you doing? How does this operation work?
Okay, what we do is we got 2 blowers over the propellers. It's kind of like an elbow that directs the thrust of the propellers straight down. We got 6-foot screws on this ship, so some of the biggest blowers there are. And we have 2 stern anchors leading out starboard and port. And they're connected to this big winch on the deck. And what we do is position the boat by moving the stern anchors, you know, pulling the boat one way or the other. And then we blow a hole, and we'll take the hole down maybe 3 feet, about 20 minutes, hitting the RPM, high RPM. Then back down, and supposedly down in the hole should be gold and everything, but a lot of times it's not. Lately we've hit this pocket of treasure, and it's always been gold and plates and a piece of 8 coming up. So it's been real good.
How would you describe the feeling on this boat today?
The feeling for the last few days is it's just chaotic, and everyone's just kind of going around in a stupor. You know, everybody's really happy. Everyone's just ready to dive and keep bringing it up.
What do you think is down there?
I think definitely some more gold bars and maybe thousands of pieces of 8, but we've yet to find our first silver bar, and that's what we're looking for, is our first silver bar, because there'll be 1,000 more after that, maybe more. That's the main pile, silver bars. So we've yet to find the first silver bar, and that's when everyone's really, you know that we found it. Everybody will be really ecstatic.
What's it like to be a treasure hunter out here?
It's lately it's been great. Lately it's been real great. But a few times everyone thought about packing it up and maybe going in, but we persevered, and it paid off. Paid off good.
Are you convinced that there is a main pile down there?
I'm thoroughly convinced, and I think what this latest proof has shown is that it's out in deep water, and I think we should be able to track it down just by following this trail. I think it may already be within our grasp, but it's been a hard wreck to find. It's taken, Mel's been looking for 20 years, maybe over 20 years for this one wreck. So it's just now starting to pay off good for him.
You're the captain, right?
Captain of the vessel. Ed Stevens.
Stevens. S-T-E-V-E-N-S. Great, Ed. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Fearless, illustrious crew here that never gave out on me. All these fellas right here. My co-pilot over there. But we've had no problem lately. We can handle like 16 people on board. And we got bunkhouse with beds, so we're having everyone come out here and we'll just put everybody in the water and bring up some treasure.
How can you go away tonight?
I think I just want to have one break and maybe step back and think about it, you know, and then come back, good new attitude, and get ready to dig.
Tomorrow?
I think I'll come back out tomorrow morning.
Do you want to go ahead and just use this here?
If you don't mind.
No, that's fine.
Not bad for a sec. Not extra second. We got it early.
It's pretty nice. It's just like the ones
Now, man, it's paying off, and I think it's just a pocket of the
I'm hoping that these are
It's a
sent
good chance, but I'm seeing Kane's kind of doing the explorer. He's the one who started this trail many years ago. No one would believe him. And everyone says, I think Mel always thought it was out before.
How big? 50 people?
It's supposed to be Spaniards about they said 10 brazos.
No. I know something.
Okay, yeah. No, they're
Fooding around.
That's my camera. Please don't step on my camera. I'm going to use it right now. Central Mass section. Central Mass section.
I don't know, you have to ask the
See over there?
they're not far from where they were yesterday.
Okay. Well, I may make a swim. I'll make a swim back between there and here.
Well, you wouldn't have any problems getting over there. The current's going to push you right
Yeah,
over there.
right, okay. Well, I'll try to stay on. Give me a knock on the quote or whatever you guys do for when you do.
3 and then 3.
Okay.
This village is really quite good down there.
Okay, great.
Came up right next to where the gold was. Buried in it. Right next to it. We gotta do a circle search in that area. How's my time right now? 11:14. I gotta look at what time you went in. Okay, check it out. I might be just on the edge. What'd you find? We found some pottery and coins right in the same area where we found the emerald. I already picked it up. I was trying to look through there and find little tiny things. It might be something more. One of those little narrow ones, little small hairs. Yeah.
Does Tom do you want to get a probe?
Huh?
You want a probe?
Nah, I didn't really get any hits around there other than the pottery. Pottery gave us hit actually. But I think there should be I think it should be circle search in the area.
Bomb fragments down there and then I picked it up.
Yeah, I think we should circle search the area real good.
How much time do you have now?
Andy's looking it up. I think I'm about out. Oh, I see we're all having a party here. Oh. I wonder what this is going to open, I bet.
Andy, how much time does Nick have left?
I haven't figured it out.
It could. It very well could. Just beautiful. Oh. always did like green. Oh.
Do you want to go in and circle search that area?
Coming good on camera? Oh. Did you find these?
Sid and I did. Sid found...
Is and the waves, you know, how you feel like getting in the water early in the morning.
All right, what do we have here? Where should go down?
Okay, what happened is they found like the galleon anchor, the first galleon anchor up here in the quicksands of the Atocha. And then they started working both ways back and finding gold bars, silver picture frame, thousands of pieces of 8, silver coins, a gold belt. But they also found, Dirk Fisher found 9 bronze cannons right off in the muds, which is 40 feet down. It's deeper water than up here in the quicksands. But everyone had thought that for some reason it may have hit the patch reef, 17-foot patch reef to the south, and went up into the quicksands, that the main pile of the Atocha would be up in the sands. And Kane and I started working on a different theory that we had, that she was out in deep water, and a lot of people hold this theory with TS, that maybe she would lead a trail out to the main pile, and that it sank in deep water out here and didn't hit this patch reef and go into the quicksands. And we gambled, made a long jump on this trail, and started punching holes, and the 11th hole came up gold. So what we've done is extend a trail away from where they really thought it might be, and we led them onto a trail that should take us to the main pile at the end of this trail. And that's what we're doing. Right now we're just still picking up the goodies that are right here, and then we'll get on down the trail, see what we come up with.
So what do you think happened to the boat when the hurricane hit?
I think it sank on a northerly course, sank in deep water, and stayed there. The Spaniards found her. The mast was sticking up, and they sounded it at 10 brazos, and that supposedly is 52 feet of water. And then a second hurricane came a month later and tore the ship in half, taking the top half and the stern castle, and flinging it along this trail up into the quicksands. And what everyone's been finding up here, a lot of people have proven it. Duncan Matheson, the archaeologist, is the stern castle wreckage where a lot of gold was. We think the silver bars, the main pile, is still out here in deep water, and a lot of people didn't really believe that, but I think we've shown some pretty good physical evidence, these gold bars and everything, that we are on the trail, and that does lead out to the main pile. So that's what we're trying to keep doing.
How long will it take you to find it? No telling.
There's no telling. Mel's been looking for 20 years, and this is just development in the last few weeks, and it wouldn't surprise me if it took a few more years, or it could be just behind the stern. It'll always be, you know, possibly just behind the stern, no matter where we are, but I think we'll get it. I really believe that.
All right. Thanks a lot, Ed.
All right.
Thank you, Ed.
Thanks, sir.
or would you rather have someone else tell us what they think this is?
Well, they think it's mast. I think it's the bowsprit. This is where one of the ropes, they put a gouge in there, and you put ropes around that, and another piece that's called the beak that comes out underneath the boat, and you strap the thing down. Either that, and then you'd have a foresail or sprit sail be way out in the front. Also, it's wedged back here, so this is where it would go back into the step.
What does this tell you, this find?
Well, number one, that any wood that's found on this site is going to be in excellent condition, and this is definitely period material. It's definitely from the early 1600s. You know, there's no doubt about it in my mind. And the diameter of it corresponds to the construction specifications that we got in the archives in Spain. So it's the real thing.
What does it tell you about the proximity to the main pile?
Well, a piece like this would be in fairly close proximity, but it because the wave action, because the hurricane that broke the thing up in the first place, the material can be scattered over a pretty good distance. Something like this would be tied down and then break and get waterlogged and then break off later. See, all this where it's eroded away up in here to the front, that's tornado worms. This is where the worms were eating anything. If I had to guess, I'd say that this part of the thing was covered under the mud or in the sand, and this part was sticking out. There's more of the thing, probably another 20 or 30 feet of it going out in that direction that's no longer there. It may be broken off.
Very promising?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
What is the significance of this find?
Well, the main thing is in the other area of the wreck site, which is 2 miles away, we found no wood whatsoever. But we found personal belongings and materials from the sudden navigational equipment and stuff like this. So this is the first actual vestige of the ship that we found. After 350 years between hurricanes, storms every winter, tornado worms, wave action, and all this kind of stuff, there's not much wood left. And to find something like this is not only rare to begin with, but it's indicative of what the rest of the ship's going to look like when we do find it. Part of the bowsprit, the base of it. This is where it's wedged in. See, that's what's plugged into the other piece, and then where your wrap, there'll be another wrap up a little further, and another little further than that. And that's how they brace the whole thing against the beak of the ship.
Why the rope?
That's where you'd put a scour in it in order to clamp the thing down so that it wouldn't slip. You want it so that it won't turn. It's got to be an eccentric. Look, you put it down and run a Spanish windlass on it and tighten the whole thing up and it just clamps it real good. Or it's just a round piece of wood, it'll slip and it'll move around. But if it's eccentric or egg-shaped, it won't move around. They need to put that.
They're on this side now. Got them on the other side, on the port side. Yo! Hey, Greg, I'm going to be out here for a while. We got to put something up the bumper. We have to use the mustache.
Got it coming down. Wait a minute, Jimmy. Not very big.
this up yesterday, 2 days ago, our last haul today.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
We wanted to know if we can put a microphone on you and let you kind of wander around and be able to be a wireless mic.
Yeah, I don't care. Got some documents about the Atocha, and there was another salvager called Mel, and he found the Atocha and he put this marker on it. He described it in the old Spanish documents, and then when he went to go back, it was gone.
What does it tell you about
it looks like it must have got waterlogged and just sunk. So that looks good. That means we must be on the big pile, I hope. It should be right near here.
They put this book.
What's that?
He's sitting in the water.
I had to tell him. Right.
It was great. It really was.
Okay. Following this trail of ballast. So how long now?
Did you get a photograph of that TV cruise here?
Okay, well, let me check my Delanoid.
All right.
Airlift up high and jet with the mud or jet with the water jet, you can control and you can see everything that you're uncovering, and the airlift just sucks up the sediment, so it keeps it clear down there, and that way you're not sucking anything up.
That stuff's small, and it was in clumps. I mean, I had to break apart some clumps to get that little stuff out. So if you just sucked it all up, you'd miss it. But maybe it's
No, I'm talking about putting one pipe end on the other one, see, with a sheet metal around, and it'll come clear up on deck.
You can. It'll work the other way, though, too, however you want to do it.
He's saying about moving the boat forward now to go where they found the gold bars, but if you think there's more emeralds there, we'll stay here.
Well, you saw the pieces yourself. It looks like it could be like the Centibelt with a lot of bits and pieces
we didn't
there.
get any more hits around there, but it just has to be a little bit deeper, and you're not going to get them. You know, they were good hits. It sounded like a silver coin.
Do you think you can go precisely back to the
Yeah, we
spot?
got a buoy on it.
We put a buoy there, as long as he didn't blow it off on the last hole, it'll still be there.
Oh, I see. Where is that buoy?
Right over there. Sitting right next to the Kane.
Yeah.
Did they know? Yeah.
Because all these pieces are different. It's like this when the Centibelt first came up, you know, all the pieces were different. Sure hate to walk off and say, well, nothing more here, let's go on.
Well, since it's that far away from here, I guess maybe we should airlift. Did the swordfish leave? Air compressor on here got enough air for an 8-inch airlift?
It's got to be about 80 cubic foot per minute.
I think we might have the capability of doing that, using the compressors on the Saber Rock, the ones down in the engine room.
Get down.
Might be able to rig a hose. I have it coming up here.
No, we're ready to.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We can run a hose if you have the hose.
Yeah, they got hose on the surface.
What are you
We're
ready
ready to get wet if
All right, I think what we'll do is we're going to rig up an airlift and airlift where the emeralds came from and see if we can find the rest of them.
Okay.
And you can get movies of them airlifting.
Okay, how long will it take them to rig? We should hit the bricks in another like hour and 15 minutes. Should be on our way back. You think we'll be?
You have to leave here now.
Yeah.
Oh, leave here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask the swordfish you left. I'll bring over the airlift. Yeah, you guys can get ready to get in the water, I guess.
We could hook that up while you're in. We can fish it on
Whoever blows, you want to do that mango, but we'll stop and do the emerald
there.
stuff right now.
No, whatever you want in the middle of the side. I'm just saying,
Well-
add that setup.
Well, I wouldn't want y'all down there while I'm digging, for
Oh,
sure.
no, I mean, or while you're going to
Why don't I
do that stuff.
Here's what I think you're trying to say, and we'll get it. Why don't I pull forward, blow one, and then after that hole is clearing, you'll have this all rigged up, and we can do both jobs. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.